moving along to creating the drainage portion, this portion is going to connect to the last piece that we just built on the NFT channels. What we need to do is take, this is an 1.5 inch pipe, and we measured it at 32 inches. 32 inches, and we're going to cut it at 32 inch. That's the length of this pipe, and I'm using a jigsaw to cut it. You can use a reciprocating saw or a circular saw to cut the PVC pipe, so that will work as well. Whichever one you have handy will definitely do the job. So once we have it cut, what we can do is we can mark 4 inches, and then from there we're going to mark every 12 inches. So our first mark is at the 4 inch, and then from there every 12 inches. So our next mark is going to be 16 inches. 16 inches, and these are spaced this way to give us a reference point in our spacing for the between each one of the NFT channels, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about as we continue going along. But this is going to be the point that allows the water to drip from the channels back into the aquarium, into our fish tank. So we went 16 inches, then after that we're going to tack on another 12 inches, which is going to give us 28 inches, and then from there we'll just use our inch hole saw, and we'll go through and drill each one of the points that we marked on this pipe. And there should be 3 of them by the time you're finished. Now, here's a tip here. A lot of times these things get stuck in here, so you just take a drill bit and poke through the holes that are inside on the sides of the hole saw. So we have all of our holes drilled now. What we can do now is we're going to take that pipe and turn it over, and we're going to use an 1.25 inch hole saw. This right here is an 1.25 inch hole saw. And this is going to be used as a point where we can return the water that's inside of this drain pipe back to the aquarium. So this is going to directly lead and have direct contact with the aquarium. So we're going to mark 4 inches on the end of the pipe, 4 inches from the end of the pipe, and then we're just going to drill from there. And once we're done drilling, what we're going to do is insert what is called a unisil. This right here is a unisil. It's a 1/2 inch unisil. This is what's going to go inside of that inside of the pipe portion that we just cut out. Now we have to use a unisil here because the PVC pipe that we're using is a lot thicker than the drain pipe that we use, so we can't use the grommets. It's the same size as the grommets, but the grommets are a little bit too thin to fit in there, so we need a unisil to plug up that portion, and it's going to help prevent water leakage from that portion. And from here, what we need to do is take these 3/4 inch risers, and these are going to connect inside of the holes that we just drilled out. And we're going to put some Teflon tape around there to help give it some extra waterproofing, because we don't want any water leaking from this area. So then we're going to go ahead and just take this male end, and we're going to go ahead and twist it inside of there, thread it inside of there. But oftentimes you're not actually strong enough to do it by just hand, so we have to take our pliers, plumbing pliers, and then go ahead and just tighten it up. It's going to help us sink it all the way into the pipe, exactly the amount that we need for it to make a waterproofing membrane. And also what you want to do is you want to put pressure on the top of it by using the thumb. So that's what we're doing here, putting pressure on top of it and then helping it move in the direction that we want it to move in. And we're going to do 3 of these all together, 3 of these total in each one of the holes that we drilled, and then that will be the end of this portion of the build.